talk about something entertainment. Prince David Osei, actor Prince David Osei. As we know, last year he was campaigning for the NPP. And then recently, the government has announced that they will be adding more taxes. So this is what Prince David Osei posted on his Instagram page yesterday. If we campaign for #4more for Nana to do more on the premise of free water and electricity during the pandemic, and we turn around to tax the people, then it makes some of us who championed the cause look mindless. So a lot of people have been talking about this on social media, various reactions, especially because he was so loud and he championed President Akufo-Addo's causes. So now he's been reacting to what everybody has been saying.
So why is it that in Ghana here, everything has to be politicized? Everything in Ghana here has to be politicized. Everything. Even if you wish well for the country, it has to be politicized. Yesterday, I put up a post and I was saying that the government should reconsider, taxing the people. Hey, blues, Chelsea. I'm still in the mood of the blues, man. Beautiful performance yesterday. Yeah, so I'm saying the government should reconsider the, what's it called? The tax. I believe in taxation. The primary source of revenue for every country is taxation. It's taxes. That is what the Americans use to develop America. That's what Europe, that's what they use. We believe in tax. We believe in government, receiving tax from the citizens. That's why we have VAT 12.5%. We have the NHIS levy, which is 2.5. We have the GET fund, which is 2.5. It's good for nation development. But my major concern is during the election, personally, I had to go stand close to a water tank where they wrote free water. It was part of their campaign message and strategy. I was out there telling people to vote, in as much as we're talking about free education and other developmental stuff, job for planting for food and crops, other development projects that were going on. We spoke about the kind benevolence of His Excellency, the President. We spoke about, him, caring about the people, providing free water for all this period during the lockdown pandemic, and it was one of the qualities that we're really projecting out there. So when I heard the information minister say the economy is doing poorly, which we all know, it's been a global meltdown, everybody's feeling it, America, Europe, everywhere. Nobody has been spared in this pandemic. But I was thinking there are other modalities and ways to get this money going by not necessarily, telling the people we offered free water and 50% electricity to pay for the water that was offered to them freely. They didn't ask for the water. It was part of the president's benevolence. We could have used another means or another way of, getting the citizens to pay for the tax. How about if we had said, COVID-19 nations recovery levy, 1%, 2%. It would have probably sunk well and a lot of people would have understood that, but if you tell them that they have to pay for the water they used last year, the free water they used, if they have to pay for it because the economy is not doing well, we have to pay salary, wages and all of that stuff. I understand you, but if you tell them that they have to pay for the water they use, then we are not being fair. Because as I rightly said, we could have used other means and ways of getting, getting this money paid for without necessarily telling the people to their face, the water you used last year, you have to pay. It doesn't mean I don't love MPP. It doesn't mean I don't love Nana Akufo-Addo. If you want us to be very fair with each other. During the campaign season, I was very vocal with my friends, my colleagues, my brothers. We went as far as Cape Coast, Taka. We're going to people's homes. We're meeting people, canvassing, preaching the 4 More for Nana agenda, preaching free water, free SHS, preaching all this. And the people looked up to us. Some people voted because of the message we're carrying. We drove. We made sacrifices. Some of us fasted. Some of us prayed. Some of us sowed seed. Some of us did charity just to ensure in our own small way that the president retained power. It's very sad when we live in a nation and we believe in the progress and prosperity of the nation, yet we can't address societal issues. The fact that I disagree does not mean I don't love MPP or I don't love His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. No. If the NDC people will pick it and run with it, it's okay, but not my fellow MPP people. The love we have for the party and His Excellency is unparalleled. We stood against our own brother, our own colleague at Ayawaso just to canvass for vote for His Excellency. We did all that. Amidst the insults, the whatever, we stood tall. Even on election day, we're still campaigning.
All right, so that's actor Prince David Osei on the free water taxes. But away from that, have you been vaccinated? Let's go to Facebook and see what you have been sharing. All right, so Pakwesi says, I took mine last week, Tuesday. I was told to take paracetamol after the jab, but I didn't and went around my normal daily routine. It felt something new is in my blood system, but wasn't anything unusual as I had earlier on read elsewhere and imagined. Okay, well, taking the vaccine should be a personal choice after carefully examining your situation and not forced to. I used to say I won't take it, but upon second thoughts, I went for it and I don't regret doing so. All right, Wisdom Jesse says, Kingsley, actually, let's go to Kingsley instead. Kingsley says taking the COVID vaccine was the biggest mistake of his life. Okay, because of the pains he experienced. And Nanaba Edison says it wasn't easy, or headache, body pains, couldn't breathe properly, and finally it felt like fire burning inside me. But after 3 days, I felt better. Okay, so now my side effect is sleeping. I can sleep for Africa. Okay, that's interesting. Mariam Nash says, I never had any complication, but rather eating and sleeping for the first 3 days. I was having some body pains and waist pains before going for the vaccine, but I don't feel that pain anymore. So I'm very okay with the vaccine. Okay, let's go to Henry. What does Henry say? I got vaccinated over a week now, and it's only a few hours after the vaccination that I felt so weak, sick, body pains throughout the night. Salifu says, I will observe those who vaccinated and study them for future before I will vaccinate. Okay, that's interesting. And Tough Seed said, okay, we won't read Tough Seed's comments because he thinks that it's only for the rich people. But Dal says he had his vaccination on Friday and it's the worst thing that has ever happened to him. Till today, he still has side effects and it's not getting any better. Off Money Manuel says, yes, that night he had a very high body temperature. He shivered, stabilized the next afternoon and has been okay. And he's ready for the second dose.